So can you tell him I distract your wife?
Jeez.
See, no, the problem is not even that the father did it. Not once, not twice, not 3 times.
Five.
But
One,
5
two, three,
children.
4, 5.
Abo, ato, ano, isi.
5.
Jesus. I think instead of getting into that situation, it's just
Yeah.
best you do the needful before getting in there.
Will
Oh,
that
it's fine.
woman be wise
Come on.
enough to know that, oh, these are my kids, I have family and I have a marriage?
Wow.
I want them to come first. Because at
child.
the end of the day, they
You
will
want your
grow
children
up.
to
It's
come
still
first?
me and this person.
My love,
You want your children to come
always
first?
come
Yes, they would always come first.
I will write it inside will or call me if something like that happen. Save me, because if you not go, if you go and do wrong thing,
No, I'm gonna say save the child.
baby,
Like,
stop. Don't be like that.
God forbid we are in such situation, but I would say save the child.
I mean,
because
you love your kid, but you will give him on that child now.
Baby, now one man race with a run, make you know they lose God. I feel like this is one song I've had in my head all week because you guys have been giving us so much love. I want to say a very big shout out to as many of you who have been liking, commenting, all that good stuff on YouTube. You are the real MVPs and you're the reason why we sit here every week to talk.
Yeah.
What up, people? It's your girl, Energy Queen, the host with the most vibe, and you are welcome to the Tipsy Tot pod. And of course, I am not alone in the studio. I'm here with the full squad. It's a full house. And I'm here with...
You mustn't be alone. If only you there, you don't talk to Luna.
You don't finish.
It's still the black boy, the pretty women, them. 3 of them, Boy, probably she how not there now. It's this up.
The day you stop doing this, then we're moving somewhere.
And you guys, I'm Timmy Diop with the most energetic vibes.
You know, reach my own. No.
Chilled vibes, drama vibes,
Uh-huh.
and I'm here again. You know what time it is on Tipsy Tot.
Nice. Now go by the name J to the E to the SSY, Jesse Kings. And of course, we're here keeping it close, personal, and simple on Tipsy Tot. And thank you for joining.
Now welcome. By the way, I personally had a very stressful week and I also felt ill. And then you guys didn't ask, but I'm still gonna tell you.
But you don't take your medication.
I'm still recovering, guys, but the show has to go on.
Yeah.
You don't look like you felt ill.
Mostly look like what
Pretty
we've
girls
gone
don't look like
through.
their problem.
I think people always want us to look like what we go through or
cannot.
what we...
Nigerians.
We don't have to look
What
like
do you
that.
mean
We don't
Nigerians?
always-
We don't have to look
We
like
don't
that.
even always look
I think
like
we should
what
address that actually because most people feel you. Even if they want to help you, you don't need help because of how you
You
look.
look like
I
you
don't
have
understand.
money.
I don't understand. Must I look at my situation?
Yeah, because packaging and is spoil work for us.
Forget
No
no.
weapon. I rebuke. I
We
can't
have to package. If not, market go spoil now.
I mean,
Normal.
the difference
If
between
not, you won't
packaging
like
and
it.
chips.
Anyways, you
Are
guys, I had
packaging.
a very amazing week. Like I said, I don't know why I always do this, but I'll still do it again. But then, information reaching us on this table today,
Violence headquarters.
we saw a story, and then we thought to share because why not? That's why we're here now, yeah.
To discuss.
And I'm going to read it so everyone to hear. So this lady says, I am 30 now with 5 kids. All I got with my sweet father-in-law. After staying 1 year with my husband, no child, and he wanted to chase me. So she stayed 1 year with her husband, no child, and he still wanted to go back to your parents' house. She tried the father-in-law, and now the husband thinks that the children are his. But she feels like telling him the truth to let him know how powerless he is. Oops.
That one,
Yeah, this gender.
my gender, but that doesn't belong to
my category.
This gender.
that gender. In short, her gender.
Tammy's gender.
No,
right?
her gender. The lady.
Our gender.
I don't,
Our.
Me
I
and your
don't
sister
understand.
don't fall into that category.
I
Her
don't
gender,
understand.
please. Not everybody will get breasts. they represent that gender.
Eh.
I speak for myself.
Please, in this case, prove.
Yeah.
But why her father? Must it be the guy's father, her father-in-law, of all people?
Who did you expect her to do it with?
Well,
The guy's friend.
That's close to the house. I like
you're
that.
asking pro.
Yes, that's close
Put
to the
something.
house
Yes,
because
now.
the guy automatically don't get brothers.
You know me?
In wife don't born brothers for him.
Grandfather.
I said this the other time and I'm going to repeat myself.
Okay.
We're not even to blame the lady, right?
Okay.
We are blaming the father-in-law. Why your son's wife?
It's funny.
Why your son's wife?
And you still answering grandfather to those kids in the eyes of the son and every other person.
Can you even face your son? Can you tell him, I distract your wife?
Wait, we can tell you're enjoying this Tipsy Tot episode. Click the subscribe button. We are aiming for 100k. We need your help, so subscribe right now. I'm sorry for raising my voice. Oh yeah, subscribe, like, and share our channel. Thank you. Now back to the show.
See, no, the problem is not even that the father did it. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but
One,
5
2, 3,
children.
4, 5.
Abo, ato, ano, isi.
5.
Jesus.
That's a whole lot.
Ọ̀kan, méjì, mẹ́ta, márùn-ún, àbí mẹ́rùn-ún, mẹ́fà.
Bro, if you were in this situation, like she down told you that, see, nigga, you're powerless. This is what it is.
Hi.
How would you feel?
Well, I'll just shall look for the only thing that matters in that house and walk away.
What is the thing that
Because-
matters?
Why are you drinking like that, Timmy?
any document that any document that signifies I am still pro-Leish. Because
And you're not powerless.
man.
Breathe.
Take it in.
It's unbelievable.
It's deep, is
But
it?
are this really, like, does such things
It's
exist,
happening.
Really? Like, have we lost
Crazy
our
things are
morals?
happening.
Like, it's crazy.
I mean, let's say the first one can actually be a mistake. You might be chilling with your sorry, I said grandfather.
Your
Father-in-law.
Of course, it's
Your
a grandfather,
father-in-law,
it's a
and
father.
one thing led to one another. And I mean, we are humans, like.
That doesn't justify bad behavior.
But let's say the first one was a mistake.
Okay.
The second one,
Coincidence.
the papa sabi o.
Timmy Tope.
Oh.
That didn't come out well. I'm sorry.
You be like person where go do that kind of thing.
No, but like I thought we
don't
were.
project that on her.
No,
Come
see the way she
on.
talk and say the Baba Sabi. Oh.
It's
But
most
like,
like,
I mean,
want to go back.
it's powerful. How can the son
for
not
the
be
lady to
powerful?
go
What
back.
is the reality now? For her to go back 1, 2, 3, 5.
I know the
5
annoying
times.
part.
You born her
She said
more.
that her husband was disturbing her for
Tilly?
at least, I think it's a year, and
Yeah.
the man was disturbing her. That was what made her most likely do what she did. Why will you disturb her just in a year when people go through that for years without even disturbing each other? Like, how ready are you for children that you have to maybe put pressure on your wife that made her do that?
He was
And
not
then I also
only
blame
just
the man too,
disturbing
in a
her,
way.
he wanted to chase her
Imagine.
away. So it's 2 ways, right? I feel like she did it to save her marriage.
Yes.
Exactly. But
You know,
5, come
I'm
on.
supporting you on that.
5.
No.
Okay,
no, it's not
but
fine.
maybe not to 5. But I think the first one was like, let me just give
But
this
she now
man a
did
baby.
too much.
No, I felt probably the first, second were twin. I'm just saying.
Powerful father.
The first, second. Or the first was a triplet.
Who knows?
Who knows? And the second,
Mistake.
So
twin.
let's say 2 times, Abby.
Yeah, 2 times.
Hey,
let's
God.
just assume.
Was it like
Let's
5
just
times?
Was
assume.
this the
No, let's
it
just
wasn't.
assume it was
Wow.
2 times. It was 2 times.
But it
Because,
must be 2 times.
because
But wait,
they must be enjoying
for-
each other for them
for
to do
her
that
to-
over and over again.
For her to still be able to get pregnant for the father.
She's fertile.
Tells
It
a
means
lot
that
about
the
the man.
husband
Yes.
is the problem.
Yes,
Baby
yes.
boy.
Of course.
Work on it.
that's
going
why I said
on?
if I find myself in that shoe, I will walk away. Because in the real sense, it's my fault.
But like at the same
But
time.
how will you look at your father?
Yes.
He saved your marriage.
But like, do you know the funniest part? I think you can.
Odogu.
If you love your wife so
Akataka.
much, you stay. Foolish.
You stay
Yes.
where you
I will
want
stay
to
because it's my
You
dad.
pray for her.
No, did you hear what she said? I'm not,
Yeah.
if I'm the guy, I'm not gonna stay. I would just maybe go and adopt one child and just give the child all my properties. Because she said, I want to let him know so that he knows how powerless he is.
Why do
First
you
of
even
all,
think
she
he has
already
money?
trampling on his pride and his ego, like making him feel
Yes.
like, bro, like you don't have anything, like you got nothing on me.
why
You
you
cannot
still
tell me
there?
that I can't
Do
I
what?
can't leave. I can't
I
do what I
bet you,
want.
I bet you this is not a Nigeria issue.
Is what?
This should be like the
But
It
it
happen
happen for
anywhere.
Lagos. It happen for Nigeria, well,
Why is it Lagos? That's you know person where you
because
don't-
if it is
It's
happening in
possible
Nigeria,
because
yeah,
if a
Yeah.
father can sleep with
we probably won't hear
children,
it.
you understand that children normally and people don't do anything
Now the
about it. How
Western
much
people,
more?
they always they come social media, come talk this kind of thing.
No,
Nigerian
I
woman
doubt
no go
this is
fit
not
talk
a
this stuff.
Western person.
Oh, yeah, you saying it's like an African thing?
From what she read and what was shared, I think that's. I don't know. Not for
But like,
me.
why are we to judge?
It's the content of
We are
the
not
drink.
judging. I feel like
Okay, but
But don't you think it's like
It's an
it's
abomination to me.
selfish to be in a relationship knowing that you cannot get your partner? I think we had a similar topic today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you think it's selfish to be in a shape knowing fully well that you cannot get your partner like pregnant and you're there punishing them and even blaming
Trying to
them?
say- are out.
Yeah.
come on, we can do better.
Especially your
Listen me,
gender.
no, because when you said punishing them, in what sense?
Yes, now.
You
That's
guys are still
wickedness,
being
that's
intimate
evil.
now. But the one thing is okay. Now this question, there's this
No, with
question.
nothing to show for.
No, there's. Let me tell you something. I don't know why Africans is like we probably get married or we intentionally get married because we want to have kids. But my
Yes,
question is,
actually.
must we always want to have kids when we get married?
So why did you get married?
That's the point.
What did you get married for?
Why did I get married?
Yeah, like what do you think? What do you think
know-
marriage is for? Like
The Bible
do you
even
know-
said, go there and multiply.
I know. I'm just
You
saying.
understand?
I'm just saying.
I've
There are some couples who
Yes,
like
I've
don't want to
met-
have.
I've actually
kids.
met-
you,
a
what
lady-
is your own?
Eh?
What's your own purpose? So if you got married and you did not have kids, you'll be like, oh,
I will
See,
still be
if
there.
you guys love one another,
I go
you
still
guys will
dey
make
there.
it work.
but they were.
I go dey there.
My
I go
love,
still
my
dey
But
see.
when your parents call you, say,
No,
my
no,
grandchildren, no, I want us to
no.
run around in the
I
compound.
am not one of those guys that will be like, because see
Kids
this woman.
has to
No, kids are not really my priority.
God,
Well, it's
I
not.
beg.
Don't say
It
that.
It just happened that I had kids. No, in the real sense.
Just happened. So you're not happy that you had
Now
kids?
me
You're not,
say,
I'm happy.
to be sure
No,
now.
I am happy that I have kids. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is, if it doesn't come, it doesn't come.
that you won't have dwelt on that oh, it must
Yeah,
happen.
like I'll not start hitting on
Circumstances
my
of life
hitting
will
on my
not
wife.
push you
No,
to the point that
now
you say things to your wife that will make her feel like she's
I will
not.
never. I will never.
You know what they always say this because they're not in the situation.
Oh,
Till they
you don't
reach
go
there.
know.
With the operate that they even reach there, nobody deserves that.
So you're trying to say that society should play less emphasis on the fact that couples should have children. Like it should just be a thing, just come together and be happy.
There are some persons who are happily married and
Because
they don't care about
without
having kids.
But the society has made us understand that if you don't have children, then you have problems.
And that's what they think. Everybody to his
Actually,
own
If you
problem.
marry now, so
1 year.
they
But
don't
you don't even see before the
Why?
marriage self, Belle don't enter.
Why?
That is why some guys will tell a lady. I remember way back then.
they say, I know what you want to say.
Guy told me that
I
you
must
have
get
to
pregnant
get pregnant first. So that I mean, I didn't even have sense that time. I was still trying to even think about it until I regret. But I'm like, wait, oh, you mean that this person was telling me that then I will get why
So
to prove that
Yeah.
You're
fertile.
fertile.
you don't love
Why
me.
did you go and do it in the hospital?
You don't
or
love
they
me.
test kits.
Do you get?
Yes.
So I feel like it's where we are, the way I've not even country, like it's our mentality. We feel like no, you must have a child once you get married.
And if
Me,
you
I
don't-
agree, you must.
If you not happen within 1 or 2 years, we say with this something they wrong, but like we know what this is actually. So I've seen a couple, not like a couple. I've worked with a lady in particular. She told me she and her fiancé are cool with not having kids
yeah.
as long as they love each other. She loves being what's it called? Being the baby around the man. Maybe let's live the lifestyle. Let's travel.
Yeah, but I agree
Like,
with
and
that.
some people think kids are actually a lot of kids are a lot of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's going to really put when kids come, they probably drift apart a little bit. You know, they drift apart a little bit.
I'm
Right?
on the
Yeah.
notion that marry early, give birth, and continue your
Life.
whatever it is you want to do. Because by
Yeah.
the time you drop them 1, 2, 3 of them, they will grow. You have your helps that will help you, like assist you, attend to them.
Baby, it's not as
You have that
easy.
time with your partner. By the time you're even clocking 50, your children are doing their own thing. You're doing your own thing.
But it's
But
not,
when
it's
you
not
say
that easy.
it's not what easy.
I mean,
Do you know how many children I
Have you been
have?
there? Have you passed through that?
I know people. I know what
have you not
this is.
seen witchcraft?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Don't pray for that.
Just kidding. Just.
I know what this is. I know how it works. I've seen people be in situations like that, and I know what they go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I don't want it to happen like that with me.
But if you were this lady now,
Jeez, let me
in
understand.
this
one?
situation of after a year, nothing, and your husband is telling you, leave my house, what will you do?
But like, you know, like you said the other time, she's trying to save her marriage.
What will you do?
I wouldn't do anything.
You just stay there and be crying.
I wanted to say, but I don't want to cheat on. I wanted to say I'll go outside, but like, it's wrong to cheat. Please, it's
What
wrong
will
to
you
cheat
do?
in a marriage, but
You just stay there and be saying, God,
make it
where
work.
are we?
I don't know. Would I cheat? Would I cheat?
Jessica, how will you do?
Well, I don't pray and hope to be in a situation.
It's an
first.
assumption.
That kind of assumption, I can't even think. Because one, you have not finished handling a younger person. Focus of you. Elderly man, 70 years, who knows? I'm just saying. And you feel like he's powerful enough to give you 5 kids. I don't think that's an option. I think going for an adoption would have been a better option there.
But like, it doesn't seem like the guy wants an adoption himself.
Adoption?
Yes, it doesn't seem like he wanted kids, like maybe have kids. But like,
Then
you
they'll go for
can't even-
fertility test. We'll have to go and determine what's wrong.
Exactly.
Because
That's what
I
I'm
can't
gonna
be the
say.
one bearing the
I'm sure she tried it
consequences.
once and she's like, my husband is the problem. Let me try it again. Husband is the problem.
No,
That's
maybe
like-
it's twins and triplets, like Pros said. But I feel for me, the first thing I would do is go for a test and
Yeah.
find out, okay, where is the problem coming from?
But like,
And if they tell us we are both fine,
Then we have to hope on God.
then we have to know what we want first. Because to be honest,
yeah.
I believe in the ideology that you have to like have children when you're getting married. Like if you say you want to get married, you have to have children as part of the plan. Because that's
Yes.
the point.
To make babies, have
To
families.
see your mini you.
That is the point. All
There
this
we go.
this tummy is gonna swell up one day. So that's the point. So you cannot tell me that we'll do tests, they'll say everything is fine. We'll pray, we'll go to God. After some time, I'll get tired, you get tired. That's the truth. We'll go to a point that we'll feel like, we'll be like, say we'll go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might both be okay, but you're not just maybe compatible or something.
Yeah.
Some medical one or
reason.
two. So
And I think that's where couples need to
Go!
have good communication.
is it
about
that you decide to adopt, which I'm not on that page. Like it has to be like last pata what you try, but everything I've
Last
tried.
resort.
Wow.
Lastest
Resort.
option. Because
Okay.
I've had people that adopt and then you find out that you are okay and then you now give birth. Now that child you've adopted,
Start
you are
feeling
now-
bad.
you now start treating child like, oh, you know,
Because
it's
it's
just
not
it's
your
just
blood.
human.
No.
Not like because you want to, but it's just that mentality
No.
of this one came from my own body.
But like, do you know I was about to ask that question? That does it really happen? Like you've adopted and you probably not give birth. Let's
Yes,
Yeah,
it happens.
it does. It does
mostly.
happen.
You will love. I don't know. I feel like you love your own kids.
It's just natural.
way more. But like, we wouldn't pay
But
the other kids to
you don't
notice
exactly
that.
You're
The child
But
will
like,
know. The child will know. Even when you don't
It depends on how
deliberately
you
want
handle it
to,
now.
the child will grow up to know because they will notice one or two. First of all, we don't look alike. You will see that this
No,
child
no,
is
no. looks like your mother.
It's, no, most definitely.
like their
yeah.
father.
I
If-
think-
if the baby,
So you
if
know
the
that-
baby, if the baby was
depends.
adopted while still like let's
A
say
baby,
3-4
infant.
months,
Mm.
most definitely you grow up looking
not
like
be everybody. Oh.
one of either the
Not
man
be
or the
everybody.
woman.
with prayer, everything go dey alright.
Everything
No man
go
I do
blend
like
well.
Tell me
this.
say we prayer. You know, say this one. You say we prayer.
Prayer is one of the
You
master.
guys-
Prayer is
have
one
you
of the
seen
master
Pray,
keys.
make that kind of
Have you
thing
guys? You guys watch
happen.
this Hallelujah something movie?
Hallelujah. Okay,
Um,
the
Okay,
Hallelujah.
broken
Broken-
Hallelujah. Happy
Do
broken.
you guys watch it?
No,
I
I've not
watched
seen it.
it.
Did you see it?
I
Yet
saw
to
it.
watch
Bimbo,
it.
shout out to
Good.
Bimbo by the way. She did amazing.
Like for 7 good years, they were literally going crazy in the house. No kids.
No
And like
kids.
they are both Christians, no
Imagine.
before marriage. But like they did it, and okay, they said first year. Let's wait for the first year. Let's just enjoy ourselves and all that.
and make money.
Yes, first year, second year, they were losing it.
That faith
Even
was
the guy said
tested.
that faithfulness. He almost did it with somebody else.
Almost.
So like, do you guys? We are humans.
Okay,
we
to
have
have a child or
yes. Even the friends
Almost,
of the guy said
said
they.
his partner. Let's put it that way. I think this is where couples should have a brilliant communication about
Yes.
kids openly, if they really want to prioritize what they share together, or if they really just want to focus on having kids in a relationship or in their marriage.
Yeah.
What am I saying in essence? Because at some point, these desires, they could change over time. You
Yes.
understand?
Having
And-
kids?
Yes, having kids. Some people before most likely when they get married, the goal is to have kids. And when they get married, before they get married, the goal is to have. When they get married, I don't think it's necessary. You know, that kind of thing.
Have you seen people like that?
I have seen few, and there's even one on Instagram that was even coming out openly saying it, that she and her husband, they don't plan on having kids. So if this has to do with that love and biology, now they want to focus on what they share together as lovers, or focus on maybe the biological
Share with
system of it.
kids.
Do you understand? So it now boils down to you. Having this conversation with your partner now boils down to you. If you guys align together, if your goals are aligned, if your family orientation or family goals and what people expect from you, parents and all, actually align. If it doesn't, then why going into that in the first place?
Yeah.
These are open discussion that we all have to most likely have one way or the other, even in a relationship. So you know who you are dealing with too.
Actually, I want to have babies.
We all do.
Everybody wants to.
I want
but,
4 kids to be precise. Or 5, like that
but
woman.
what happens? but what happens?
How many do you want energy?
Almost 3, oh.
Spirit.
But what
That is
happens?
twice.
But what happens?
Twins and one.
But what
Why is
happens
everybody going
when?
for twins? Are you guys ready for this?
Me, I'm
twin
not
or no
ready.
twin?
I'll go do 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
bet more. I
5.
know they tell me how many children I want.
I know we don't.
I don't understand.
But
Wait,
when the question is,
Yeah.
when the kids are not forthcoming,
Mm-hmm.
would you want to stay in that marriage?
That's where your faith is tested now.
Yes.
That's where your love is tested. Do other things.
I
I think. What did she
God
say?
fit taste out.
Please don't taste my
Anyways,
face.
it will always be tested one way or the other, if not that way. You
Yes,
understand?
some other way.
You said something about that broken hallelujah. I'm making reference to that because at the end of the day, it was most likely she was paying more attention to that. Even when the husband was not paying so much attention, she was paying more attention to that. I think when it's not forthcoming, focus on doing other things.
Yeah.
Do other
But
things.
it's not as easy
Focus on
as
taking
that,
care. It's
though.
not easy, but somehow, some way, just find a way to navigate. Because at the end of the day, you didn't create yourself. Let the creator who created you make that happen for you.
But wait, why is it that whenever in a marriage, woman cannot, like, there's no child, the women are always the ones to be blamed?
Do you get why?
When it's like
That
both
has
sides,
always been part of what society
society tends to side with the men.
if you were in
And
a
that's,
position where nothing, would you blame your wife?
That's why I said I would never, because first of all, I have to go and check myself. Maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I have to go and check myself. And if I check myself that I am the problem, I will boldly tell her, Madam,
Ha!
You will both.
You only tell
see, let me tell you something.
I
See,
quote.
I go boldly tell her because okay, I want to hide now. I can't they blame her.
Say, baby, now you.
Then by the time when
now you be the
Kasala come
problem.
boss, you come be like all this while it has been you. No, now.
But like not the way you said it. We just come together. Baby.
Baby, the thing, they produce.
Hey,
He just dey-
I think instead of getting into that situation, it's just
Yeah.
best you do the needful before getting in there.
That's why you said something about we do this test before we even get married.
Yes,
right?
premarital
Don't marry
test.
before. Which time say we do the test?
She talk am that time now. Say when they do all this thing for church that time.
Yeah, they do
So
that.
now they're doing fertility
Fertility
test.
test.
You know they talk and say you don't marry
All the
before we do
time.
these things.
See,
No,
for my
you know people that have done that now. Most
Me, I
likely.
even-
Church
I be
procedures.
man-
And if they find out you are pregnant or HIV or they will not want to marry you guys because they know that at the end of the day they're not sure. And most time, even if in genotype cases, if your faith can carry it, some pastors will go ahead with you and most likely support you in that too. As long as you guys are willing to work together
Genotype case.
and face it.
That pastor way supports you, like you.
I have seen stories,
Hey!
even on YouTube. They came out to talk about it, and God so kind. They
Guys,
had their
our life
babies,
is
twins.
buzzing, like some persons are having some it happen for our life.
Really? Tell us
Shout out
about
to
it.
Ada Jennifer Okeke.
Thank you for joining.
And shout out to Musa.
Hi guys.
We dey see wetin dey happen for TikTok. Yeah, big shout out to y'all for joining our life.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. So you
I'd
said
say you want to read comments or something.
no, that they fight their fight too. I did tell you.
I feel like somebody actually attacked somebody
Yeah,
just right now.
somebody attacked someone. Somebody was like, we just made an assumption of, you just made an assumption like it's a reality. No lady told you that. So I probably don't know
what they were saying that led to that dragging and
No lady told you that.
Probably maybe the guy if you say what would they talk about?
My
yeah,
dear, it
and
is
stuff.
it is real.
It is real, bro.
Yeah.
If it is
Don't
not
really need
real,
to
if
explain.
it is
We
not
won't-
real,
we won't bring it here.
we won't bring it
This
here.
is where we discuss everything discussable.
Things you can't, think of.
So, but now with the options, right?
Adoption.
Surrogacy, adoption, IVF.
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 Oh Jesus, I heard
I
that's
think it's
the
that
most painful
three now.
part.
Yes.
So which one?
Will I?
Assuming
Ew. Jesus.
Kanipe,
it didn't happen.
you are in this position. Okay, no, you want to advise somebody now
Mm.
in this position. Which would you suggest for them?
I mean, the first thing they usually say is, "Have you tried IVF?" But we know how painful that
That's
thing
coming from
is.
a medical point.
Yes.
I don't even want to imagine.
But you as an individual now, I can't meet you now. I'll tell you.
Is
say,
that what she asked? I think Praise asked another question. Don't put it on.
No,
her.
no, the
no,
same
that's it
now.
now,
That's
yeah.
it now.
Wow.
Someone
Like,
you
which
know came to
advice
meet
you
you
would
that
give me? Because you
tell
know
me,
be doctor
oh.
now.
For me, I no get strength. Like I
One
feel like
for
Make I remind you, because you guys
surrogacy is actually really, really. What do you think about? I feel like it's so
Oh my no, who is
so
this guy?
seamless.
Who is this Nusa guy? He's saying this is a big lie, bro. If it isn't
Guy,
a
don't
big lie,
give
don't
it too
worry.
much. Don't give that attention.
It's
We are talking
it's a
about-
real
because we
story.
want
I'm
to talk
serious.
about
That was a real story.
Based on what we saw, and it's
If
something
you be
that
say
has
the guy
human
they go through
interest.
that process, I'm
Some
just
people don't
saying.
believe it's too good.
I feel the guy
I
is going
felt that
through
way
that
too, but
process.
somehow we're in it. We're talking about it. At least
to
listen to
say
understand.
media.
So I mean, we know how you letting somebody else do the stress, and I mean, like the surrogacy thing, just be there emotionally and with money, with a little bit of money. I feel like that is really seamless and very good. What do you think?
Which one?
Surrogacy.
Jessica.
Because hold on, I want to have my kids, and if I can't, produce, and I want my own blood, and
No,
Not
baby,
be your
you
own
will
blood,
produce.
though.
Baby, you will
I-
produce in Jesus' name.
Amen.
No, it's not you now. It's somebody you are advising, right? I mean, it's not us.
You need 4
Jessica.
kids, okay?
yeah,
She
Wow.
said five.
Babies.
She said at 5 she was.
like that woman.
But not from our father-in-law.
Okay. If I want to advise,
Yeah.
I'll ask the person what are their tolerance. Do they have zero tolerance for pain?
Pain.
That's one thing you should consider. The mental
Pain.
stress, emotionally, physical.
Financial.
It might not even be an issue for some people.
Yeah.
Do you get that pain? Because I saw what I'm making reference to that movie, what she went through during that
IVF thing.
I was like, is this really what it looks like? Like, and again, somebody's
Suction and
we see
IVF
enter inside
is
again.
a whole lot
Like,
of work.
how do they do stuff like that? You go through pain, putting stuff like that. At the end of the day, your husband again, you still have to do. No. Are you willing to go through that? Or better still, you just go for adoption.
But like we know what
Because I've
adoption is. Like,
heard,
I mean, you are trying to
I've
like
heard
help the
how
society.
you treat. I'm sorry to cut you. How
Yeah.
you treat people's. When you say adoption, no people don't really understand it in the sense that it makes you act like that mother you want to be to somebody's child.
Not everybody knows how
That
to act that way.
determines not just act, like be that for that child. That determines how you will be for your own child. And if God sees you faithful, taking care of this child, He bless you. People have shared stories like that.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So if you can handle that, at least whiling away time, not necessarily whiling away time, being faithful, taking care of that child, hoping on God, why not do that instead of going through those pain? If you don't have any tolerance for pain, let everybody have that tolerance for pain. You understand? So that's my own 2 cents. I think adoption.
Is surrogacy painful?
Oh, I didn't even think of surrogacy. Surrogacy too. That's also another
Sharp,
option.
sharp.
It depends.
Surrogacy,
But
it
so,
thinks
no,
someone
there's
having the
emotional
child and carrying the
attachment.
child.
But like your
But-
egg, your husband's sperm.
Not everybody
A-
wants
and
that.
a-
Those some
a
of those
different
mothers.
host.
Exactly. Most
Maybe
people
it's
don't
just
want
too-
that.
it's
Say
not
your
just-
own.
but
Calm
like-
down. Happy for them. Nobody want that. Nobody want.
Sorry. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
which
I'm
one would
sorry.
you-
I'm
Would
sorry.
you
advise?
You know, say me, I be deviator.
Not
deviate, though.
But the thing is, the question I would ask is, one,
Is it difficult?
Full of foul.
do you really need children?
Asa, what do you
No,
mean?
no, no. I go no. It a good way you
Hello?
ask. Calm down, because in a rare sense, somehow at the corner of the man's heart or the woman's heart, if they say anyway, I don't have anybody to
Do I want to
disturb.
share
You
you?
understand? Yes, you know that kind of a thing. Because we all know that when a woman gives birth, the love is divided. The
Yes.
attention is now shifted to the child.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Men, we they suffer at
That's
some
nonsense.
point.
But like, it is
no,
true,
it is true.
baby.
Ha!
You know,
Ah,
some
energy.
women-
Don't worry.
Understand
When you
what
get
I
your
see with that.
You
peace,
should
guys.
understand
no, we go
that
see.
it is our children. I'm
Like,
doing
it's
that for our
not-
You know,
children.
some people actually
But
get
the thing
jealous
is-
of their children.
But the thing is, will that
Exactly,
woman,
you need to
will
grow
that
up.
woman, will that woman be
So
wise?
assist me, so taking care of the child. Then once baby, we'll not
Will
have
that
our time.
woman be wise
No.
enough to know that, oh, these are my kids, I have family and I have a marriage?
So
Not
wait,
everybody
you mean
understands
I
that.
will be
Nobody-
jealous that my
Yes.
husband is close to my
No.
own
Wait,
child?
wait, my love. You know,
Hey.
married.
Normal.
There's this 100%.
Bro, I'm not gonna be that person because why?
There's this
Pikin wey me
100%
I
love when you
born,
guys get
they
married.
play.
chop am, now you're picking.
My love,
No.
my love. Wait, you know how your husband treats you
Uh-huh.
now?
Now your child comes first. I don't
See,
think baby,
I mean,
baby
you
this,
don't.
baby that won't
You
come.
feel
That's what I
odd.
want.
You feel odd.
Wow.
I want them to come first. Because
Your
at the
child.
end of the day, they
You
will
want your
grow
children
up.
to
It's
come
still me
first?
and this person.
My love,
You want your children to come
always
first?
come
Yes,
first.
they would always come first.
I
They
mean,
always
you
come
as
first.
the wifey come
My
first.
children will come first.
You see why I said outside?
I want to say
before?
something, but
you see why I
better
said?
They
I
will
won't say
come
it.
first.
You see why I
You
said?
should always come first.
There was
They
something-
will come first. Now, you
To
know
your husband, you should always.
You know that
to
question?
You, your kids will
Imagine
come
that
first.
kind of situation 50-50. Who comes first now?
what?
50-50. Who comes
Okay,
first
yes.
There's this question that they're always asking when they say your wife is in a problem and then
Your child.
not
Yes.
your child. This one is usually mother, but now your child, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Don't
Save
don't
the child.
answer that question. Okay,
Save the child.
yes.
Save me. I'll give you another child. Save me.
I pray we don't get in that situation.
Amen. But save me. I'll give you 10. I don't want to die now.
Save us both. Save us
Okay.
both.
If you're not saved both, even
but
the
the
husband
truth
is the right sense.
Do you
Save
know-
me. If you go save child
truth
and I
is-
come out alive, bro.
But you know the truth is, some men will save the child.
Yes, save the
But
child.
we'll write it inside will or call me if something like that happen. Save me, because if you not go, if you go and do wrong thing,
No, I'm gonna say save the child.
baby,
like,
stop. Don't be like that.
God forbid we're in such situation, but I would say save the child
I
because
mean, you love your kid, but you will give him on that child now.
Oh, in the sense you said don't try for this one. Make the child
Lie, yo. For me, no.
I rebuke you. You should not our portion. I
Amen,
don't
but
even
no.
imagine it.
Okay,
Please
now.
just calm down.
in my own
Back
That's why I
home,
say
back home.
adoption.
Back
I'm
home, please.
official.
Back home.
I
So
want to
what's my advice?
Okay.
What's my advice?
Waiting.
Surrogacy. Wait, okay now. Surrogacy, yeah. Someone having to carry the child.
Yeah.
IVF. We know the pains that comes with it.
Different.
Even
Now,
if we
that's
don't
it,
know,
we know the pain.
even if we don't know,
I don't
we've read about it. No.
know
No, what I said no is
Yeah.
like you've not
Educate
experienced.
yourself.
but
I didn't
you
know
know,
the
you
pains.
understand?
Wow.
We've read about
You don't
it.
even pray.
I didn't
We've
know
read
the
about
pains.
it. We've read about it. I know
Yes.
one or two
Somebody
persons
says
who
worse
went
than
through it.
abortion.
At the end of the day, they weren't successful after spending millions of naira.
Exactly. 7 million, 10 million for a
You
child.
understand?
advice.
Then adoption
Yeah,
again.
IVF,
Wait,
it
adoption
depends.
again. Wait now. Adoption again. Kwa. You might at the end of the day, when I feel go play, come born on our own. That one now will come be like stranger. My take is wait for God's time. Oh. God's time is the
But you
best.
know, if God go test your faith, eh?
God's time is the
I want to
best. Maybe
say-
children making is not for you.
Jesus.
No, I'm just saying.
That's a lot. You guys,
no. Let's
children's
be
making is for
no.
you.
The thing is, we've made Africans here. We've literally made getting married. You understand? Being married it means you having a child. You must have a child.
Because
If you're
that's the
married.
joy of it.
But what of
Fruitfulness,
it?
that's part
But
of
what
the
if it's
package
not
of
forthcoming?
marriage.
Why can't you still chill with
Everybody,
your partner?
Take a sip.
Why
Take a
would you
sip.
chill?
Take a sip.
You will chill by the end
Relax.
of the day.
Relax. Drink to that. Drink to the question.
I don't want to drink again.
Tell me.
So for me,
Your husband
right?
will not pick you if you not drink. Yeah, drink. Drink. ASAP.
So I'm going to say, I watched a movie that has scarred me. When you talk about surrogacy,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of that movie, but I can't. But it's on Netflix, by the way. And this couple, they did this surrogacy, and
Yeah.
the child was born.
Yeah.
Even before the child was born, the surrogate mother was already having like an attachment
With the father.
with the man, because they wanted her to be in the house so they can be taking care of her, taking care of the child.
I've seen that
It's
movie.
kind of like a horror movie kind of thing, yeah. And then at some point she started trying to like seduce the man. She started trying to feel like, oh, now I'm the woman of the house because I mean it's my child. And then it got
Someone is
dirty.
asking they need the movie's name. I don't know which of the movie. Please specify.
The one I'm talking about, or was it another movie?
Probably the Broken Hallelujah we're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then as time went on, the child was born, but this lady ran away with the child because she's like, I'm not gonna let go of my child. Now, mind you, it's not a
Surrogacy, that's what I was
Nigerian
telling
movie.
you.
Oh.
Is it a surrogacy?
Attachment.
Yes,
I was coming,
now.
I was coming
Yes.
to Polish.
It's not a Nigerian
Why I said to
movie.
speak
Oh.
for myself.
Oh, you
I
know
kept
this thing, they
quiet.
sign thing. They sign.
They no send you. When
They
there's an
I
emotional
said it's not a
connection,
Nigerian
they
movie.
say they're
Oh.
not interested anymore.
They signed, they paid her, they were taking care of her, they promised her a lot of things.
It's an
Young
American movie,
lady.
right?
I think there's
Yeah.
a Nigerian
I think
movie
I've watched
like that
it.
too.
And then she'd be like, I mean, she was even crazy at some
I mean,
point.
they always-
like,
Making
they always
the family that
get
making the
attached
husband
to-
and wife go crazy. Like even her boyfriend was involved. Sef.
Yep.
They even paid her not to even
I've
sleep with
seen
her
that
boyfriend.
movie.
I've seen that movie.
So
I've
wait,
forgotten the name of
watching
the
that
movie.
movie has scared me. When you say surrogate, I'm like, tomorrow now, maybe she come tell me,
my
nah,
pikin.
nah, pikin. I'm gonna be like,
And
what
there's an
if
agreement. They
pikin?
don't
But like,
send you.
it's a movie, but like, you know, sometimes
It's real.
they go put the white girl inside house.
Yes, now because you want your child to be safe.
safe and all that.
You want us to
I get it.
just say, oh, go and stay in your house when you born, bring
egg
her.
at that point.
So
We go find her to the
That's
moon
egg
and what do they call am? Finish am for
think
me.
they- and
The
the moon and
moon-
back.
Yes,
The moon and back.
we go find am.
so surrogacy for me, I'm not
It's
gonna
a
tell
no,
you it's the X. Now you now
Comes with a
say
lot.
IVF. To be honest, they've all been saying we know how painful.
They've all
it
been
is.
saying.
That's what you all been saying. I don't know how
That's a
painful.
fact.
about
That's a
it.
fact.
I don't know how painful it is.
But like, we all don't know how painful it is.
You get? I would even like see that as a more likely possible option. If you're a strong woman, if you are strong, you can do it. Because you see adoption, believe me, you as much as you say, oh, I love children, that human thing in you, it's very
Yeah.
few people that are able to still like stand and be like, okay, oh,
He's still my child.
this is my child. Because by the time God can give you your own, even if now one
Mm-hmm.
day, you go
You
tell
go
them,
see
say, you go
difference.
tell them, oh, one day, you go tell them, and the child will feel, oh, so I'm
You should
not
be grateful
really
I
part of.
adopted you.
It's very few. Even in movies, we see it that they'll be happy, things are going on right, but just one small thing. Maybe she wants to get married, or the child, you just start hearing, oh, I'm not the real parents can't come outside.
Oh,
What's in I do?
that one a Nigerian situation.
No,
Guy, they sup.
It is so.
it's true.
You go just see one bet mark. Say, ah,
I was gonna say something, but it's not like I want to be a little bit disrespectful to children that are not maybe so cute.
Okay.
So at some point when you're considering adoption, you have to look at a baby that's maybe fit into your
Lifestyle.
style, your
I
don't get me
Which one be your
wrong.
lifestyle?
Any-
No,
I didn't
collect
say
ugly
lifestyle.
pikin now. Wetin they talk
I
with
don't,
that?
that's why I don't want to say that because nobody ugly. All that matters is when you're taking care of your fine, your beauty will come outside. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you pick a fine baby, why would you want to treat that baby?
But wait, I
anyhow?
don't think you have the right to pick.
No, you
cannot
will.
pick care. My
No,
own money,
you-
I go
you
pay.
I thought they give you what they think
It's
is
a
right
half
for
caste,
you.
you can pick. You know, some
Okay.
people they give, but they dump them somewhere, different places.
Okay, now.
Do they pick?
Okay,
You don't-
now.
you don't buy
Yes.
This thing, yeah.
I know.
about
I'm
this
sorry.
thing.
I know of
This
someone,
girl.
a neighbor that did that. That's what I'm telling
They
you.
picked.
She picked a
Okay.
baby boy for that matter, and later it was after how many years? It was so terrible. I'm not supposed to say this, but this one even went as far as sleeping in the house. It was terrible. That man went through a lot.
With the house help.
The house help.
And they gave birth.
They now pursued the woman out of the house.
You see? You see what I'm
She
saying?
now took her adoption.
See, let me tell you, see,
away.
if you
understand
realize
the person
that,
followed her.
I'll tell you at the end.
It's crazy. So in this adoption kind of thing, is most likely it's two sides. Sometimes it favors some people, but it doesn't favor some people.
Everything
I
actually.
mean,
Everything
Being
that is not
everything,
natural
hold on,
everything
doesn't
has
favor.
disadvantages
I've never
and
situation that even
advantages.
that adopted child tend to be the good child than the one when you born.
Some people were na film sha.
Not even film.
Some people they will like their adopted child more than their own kids because the adopted child is doing well than their own kids. But like now
and I
movie
think
sha.
mothers have a role to play in that by not telling the children that this baby
Kids
this
they
one's
won't
your
spoil,
brother.
go spoil.
Do you understand? Treat them like they are one. Make them love each other. Don't make the other one feel like you're a bastard here. You're not welcome. You're not supposed to be. No, that's what causes issue too in the home. Do you understand?
Are you
So
a bastard?
mothers are parents have a role to play, but if that's a secret between you and your husband, keep it to yourself. Your children doesn't have to know. The way you share your will, you already made that child your child. Give them whatever rightful
Are you
belongs
sure?
to them.
I think you should be transparent. You are adopted. No, you are adopted, but like I won't treat you some type of way. But like, baby, you're adopted.
So wait, if a partner
It's
cheats
crazy.
because they could not make babies, you cheat, now bring child home. Tell your man, I'm pregnant, you're not showing the thing that they used to show them. Would you like consider it as unforgivable or you move on?
When I find out that the kid is not mine, Abi.
Well, have you?
See,
Well,
But like, I feel
Anyway,
like
I
if you
still
have,
love
if you love the wife so much, I feel like you can move on. Can you move on? I don't know, but like, can you
She
move
did
on?
it for love now to save your marriage.
No,
there's
I would
nothing
rather we
way-
remain childless than go have a baby for someone else and bring it to the house. How do you think I will feel?
Okay, I feel like that's wrong, but baby, we can make this work.
No, we
She
can't
not
make it
apologize,
work.
baby,
Oh.
I'm
I will
sorry,
have to
did it
leave.
for us.
Because you're about to throw me out of the
I am
house.
not throwing you out of the house.
The story now. You know your
situation where the
story.
husband loved the wife more and they end up planning it together and bring somebody together into the no,
Yes,
only in
if
movies,
there's no
isn't it?
agreement, if there's no agreement,
and
to
that one
it,
wants to take the husband.
why should
So the
you?
baby wants you to sleep with me this night. That kind
Yeah,
of
Yes,
thing.
yes.
It happened. See, we just pray that nobody falls into that
If I was
situation.
a
People
man in that position,
God help you all.
You what?
I would forgive you.
You forgive.
But like, you know, my love, sorry.
Forgive.
You know we have this mentality.
If she
Because
tell
you are the
me-
issue, you're the problem
You
now.
know
Yeah, especially because if you are the issue
you are
as
the
the
issue,
guy,
the
you
brother, we
you
can't
don't have
leave.
choice.
All
Okay,
people
if I'm
say.
the problem,
Obviously, because she's down
if I
pregnant
am
for
the
someone
problem,
else.
yes,
your
if I am the
end.
problem,
You forgive and move on.
I will
Close eye.
forgive and leave.
Which kind of talk be
Which
that?
kind-
Yes,
Why you
now
won't
because I can't live with it now.
But you
like,
want to adopt.
Your ego.
But I want
It's not
to
like
say
it's my
something, you guys.
ego.
Yeah,
Like
We
ego
have
is
one
hurting.
thing, like now
What if
that
your parents are asking?
my
Families
parents
are
should not
asking,
be in
what
that
will you do?
situation. They should not be in that position to ask.
expecting you to
No.
multiply.
I have other siblings
you, why
now.
would you-
I have other
Honestly, I want to say
siblings.
something. I
How
want
do
to
you
ask
name me
you
my
something.
mama born?
Bro, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
You know now, in marriages,
Yeah.
okay, let's say, you can cheat in a marriage, Abby? You can cheat. And you expect your wife to forgive you.
Don't mind them.
Wait, let him answer that question.
It's
You say you are
African
tasting.
in
You know
nature.
you said this to me before. I'm
African
tasting rice.
nature
I'm
to
tasting
cheat.
rice.
It's
I want to
African-
taste
do you
something
know what-
else.
Chase
See,
beans.
no, this thing
And
is.
egusi.
So it's like the same thing. You taste beans. Okay, let's turn it the other way around.
Now you taste beans and that beans now
Get belle.
have belle.
Same me, I will not.
you.
Please, I will say I will forgive you, but I will not. I will not
Water.
stay in the house. But like,
No,
Make
don't
it make
use that-
sense.
Don't use that context.
that's it.
We're using.
The thing is that everybody
Today-
have a
today's-
tendency to cheat. Oh.
Because that one now,
Everybody
there
has
was
a
no
tendency to
reason.
Yes.
cheat,
No.
but cheating
Yeah.
is a choice. Do you get?
Yeah.
Everybody have a tendency to cheat, but it all boils down to my choice. Do I really want to do
It
that? Do I really want to
all
stoop so low to
depends
your
on
level to do that?
what your definition of cheating is, because cheating is of a different.
Cheating na cheating.
What's
Cheating
your own
is deep,
definition?
oh. It's
yeah.
deep, oh. No be only say you did not around though.
Nothing can be.
I feel like talking to somebody like is cheating, right? Baby girl?
Emotional attachment.
To an extent, depending on what you're talking about.
Emotional attachment they there and stuff. So more
Tell
than
me
no
what's
good,
that?
they just
I was expecting you
get
to
it.
back me up right
Now, guys, what's your take
But depending on
on
what you're talking about.
what's
too,
your
it's-
take
it's-
on Baby Factory?
Okay.
The
Baby
movie.
farm.
That's a movie actually.
Let's
Yeah,
try to
what's your
help.
take on it? Like where
Shout out to Mo Abdul.
I feel like
Yeah.
what they did there was
Ebony.
actually so wrong.
not necessarily wrong. This
because
was
it does
happening.
exist. Baby
But, like,
factory,
that's-
baby making factories.
That's like what did they call them?
They take
Trafficking.
girls.
By the way, that's
Trafficking.
a very
But the
beautiful
way they treat-
movie. I watched
Yeah.
That
that
creates
movie
awareness.
on a spot. I watched that movie and I was wondering how
She
I
made
can
me watch it.
I can watch
You've not
series.
finished the movie,
I
right?
did.
That movie is sick.
You have.
Yeah, it's
Without
nice.
So you did without me.
My
I'm
opinion
sorry.
is it's real because whatever we see in movies, believe me, you
Somehow.
It does
90% of them are
Are
true.
true,
They are
yes.
not just
They're not
imagination.
just it's not fiction.
So it happens. There are people who are doing these things to make money because from the beginning it was not like they,
Let's not forget that.
initially that was the plan was to save homes. They were doing it as a legit
Yeah, I think
thing.
it got into him.
But over time, they became
Power
selfish. They became too powerful. They became too rich, stupid rich.
That is
They
it.
started manipulating girls. So
Yeah.
it is up.
It is up now. It happen.
But like I feel like it would have been so good if they were not treating the mother so bad.
Yeah, how will you flog a pregnant
You know,
woman?
some people are maybe me. But
It's not about
some people
flogging,
just
though.
want to like
They
give
were
up.
camping these ladies.
Raping
They're the
them.
ones that just
Grooming
gave birth. They will
them.
now, go in to pump another baby.
Baby,
So
that's
they were like
so-
baby making machines.
Yeah, that's
and
the
they were
biggest
calling
If they are
them.
not healed.
They were calling them what?
One, I forgot
I've
what.
forgotten the name. What's the name again?
Oh shit!
Sister.
Tell us in the comments.
Exactly.
Those in the
Remind
comments.
us.
By the way, big shout out to as many of you watching us online. We love you.
Shout out
Thank
to you
you.
guys.
Thanks for
You guys
the
are real
gifting.
MVPs.
Thank you for the gifting.
Keep streaming. Keep sharing.
So,
Someone to share some.
To the
Share to someone.
fans, viewers, and those who will be watching this episode, yeah. Now we want to drop a question, Energy Queen. Straight up with the question.
Which
Shade-
question you tell me what I
Shade
want?
them wait
Now
now.
you talk. Now you go. Are you go show the question?
She don't forget to. She don't forget
Hold on,
to.
guys.
Tell me
Okay,
the
the
question, I
thing
don't
is,
forget.
I might have a question.
we know in Africa, yeah, we've made it that once two persons are married in the next 1 year or few months, we should see signs that they are expecting.
Yeah.
But in a situation where it's not forthcoming, would you want to do IVF, surrogacy,
We don't
or
answer. Okay,
adoption?
for comments.
Yeah, for the comment. Or adoption. And now that we now have baby factory, would you want to buy
Wait, hold on.
That was your video. Now just straight to the point.
How important is biological parentalhood to you?
Very important.
Very important too.
Oh, see you. You talk am. Very important. You mean to say you don't have to have a tight
No. See, for those,
How
no,
important?
it's very because see, let me tell you something here. Okay, now first of all, I want to say this. When I had my second child, when we had our second child, I was at the hospital and I was expecting a girl.
Okay.
So I was told, "Oh, come and see your baby. It's
What
a
if she's
boy."
married with 3 kids, by the way?
Yeah. That's a lie.
So don't come for him. It's
That's a lie. He's still single. Oh, are you single?
Are you born the third
Okay.
one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it was a boy, and I was like, I thought it was a girl.
I don't understand.
So at the point here,
You know what to put in
at the
there.
point here, I was observing my son, and I was like, I told my wife at one point, I was like, "Oh, this boy no be like us." So
Where you carry our girl from?
you sure say no? You sure say they never change this pikin?
Mara and Clara.
No, really. I was like, you sure? Because for me, it took me like few months or probably a year. You understand? To now say, okay,
Now your pikin.
okay, now my
You get my
pikin
nose.
begins. Now my picking begins.
Get
But at the
my-
point, it wasn't like I wasn't seeing me. I wasn't seeing her
convinced.
in yours. I
Maybe it's
wasn't.
change now.
The baby was just there, and I was like, even at the point, I was even talking to Oga, that's our boss. I was like, boss, I feel this child is autistic and stuff. He was
Lord
like, no,
Jesus.
does he that? Like, no, he said he's not. Because no, I needed to be sure. I needed to be sure
I
that
feel you.
because I know it can be from me or from my wife. You
So how
understand?
important
Now
is it to
hospital
you?
if you don't change them. Know this paternity fraud and everything. Yes, now most of these DNA cases here, it might not be from the wife or the man. It might just be from the hospital.
Yeah, sure. But not for
Sometimes.
film.
No, real life. Not be for film or real life.
They happen.
They change. They change
break
children.
homes, oh.
Man, they say I'm for
happens.
movie.
So for me to have gone to that extent,
So how important? I've not answered that question. How important is
it's
it? to
very,
you?
it's very,
What about your energy?
it's very important. I swear.
It is. I mean, I want to have children, and that's on period. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, so I think it's really, really important to me because I would actually choose the surrogacy than just adopting.
As we don't talk plenty things, I want you guys to be able to digest because these people they have a lot of experience.
I'm going.
I will never
These
I'm
people,
going.
they have plenty of experience. But as they just cut in, I want to ask this closing question:
Okay.
Yeah.
if infertility brings a relationship to an end, would you say it's as a result of lack of love or they're not able to compromise?
Lack of love and understanding.
Yes, and communication.
I want to say that too. I'll go with that.
Lack
too.
of love. The
Eh.
fact that
Lack of love.
yes,
Because
now
we're
because
together,
if I
you
love
Me
you,
tell me
babe,
lack of love.
babe, if I love you, I should stand
know
in
it
that
for the baby.
place. When
You
we
know
say
what
you
you
know
mean for
Now,
hot
the
thing,
baby, you
not
love
thing.
me for.
That is it. Are we in this marriage
That
because of
doesn't
love?
mean
There's other
you'll be
things.
an
Yes,
empty
now we came
cum-cum.
together
Yes,
because
Doesn't
now.
matter.
So now picking, now baby farm I be.
Because at the end of the day,
Imagine a
you,
situation now that you have messed up your life during your early days. Now making somebody
When I
pay for
messed up
something.
your life.
My bad. I just said it. However, you understand? Now making somebody pay for your mistakes. So you're telling me lack of love? I want to understand that too.
Paying for your mistake.
Okay, wait, let me even. So you said lack of love, Abi.
Yeah.
Now you married this guy, he was good, he was rich, money can't finish.
When
Gonna
they
drink
talk this
garri.
kind thing,
You
money
gonna
finish.
live? Yes, now. What you be like? I want rich guy now. They follow it. Tell me now. Just
Don't talk to me. Talk. Don't put me for this kind of conversation. I don't like calm.
I beg. You wanna drop comments on top of this one? Would you say it's lack of love, or they were not able to compromise? At this point, maybe we just draw cutting because I said to God, I don't want to even imagine.
I feel say we don't really. Anyways, we go digest them for the comment.
no, you feel that words. We didn't really touch on it.
like we did kind
It's
of
our own good
best of our
people.
knowledge, anyways. But
Yes,
however,
now everybody's
As
entitled to his own
unexperienced, as
opinion.
fertile people that we are, as fertile people that we
Yes,
Exactly.
in Jesus' name. Fire.
are. Yeah, so drawing the curtain on this episode. Thank you so much for watching. By the way,
Thank you guys. Thanks.
it's
We
the
are-
Tipsy Tot pod, guys. Make sure you're following us on YouTube at KDTV channels and on
Subscribe.
Instagram. It's the Tipsy Tot pod. Comment, like, and share.
turn on the notification bell too.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So quick,
Bye.